So I saw this tweet on Twitter, and I absolutely 100% agree. This is the flatten the curve graph. This is Dr. Forgive me, Sue C. Wiles, I believe is how you pronounce it. But our flatten the curve graph is now up on Wikipedia with proper attribution and at CC BY SA license. Please share far and wide and translate it into any language you can. Details in the thread below. And all the proper hashtags. So basically it has the two attitudes. You see here, this guy in the blue, he is of the attitude of whatever, she's like a cold or flu. This girl here, she's like of the attitude of don't panic but be careful, which is exactly what we're doing. We can't have the attitude of, yeah, whatever, it's just the cold or flu, I don't care. And then you end up overloading the healthcare system. The proper attitude is not panic, not go to this extreme panic either. It's just like politics. We don't want this one side extreme here or this other side extreme here. We want the moderate. You see how this everything fits into everything else, really. Have this moderate attitude of wash your hands, just be careful, don't panic, just be careful and be prepared, you know. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. But what exactly is flatten the curve and how does it affect us there? Well, what is flatten the curve? The chart that shows how critical it is for every person to wash their damn hands. Men. Wash your damn hands. For all of us to take a part in the fight. A mantra has emerged among healthcare professionals calling for aggressive action on the coronavirus outbreak. Flatten the curve. The catchy phrase refers to a so-called epidemic curve that is commonly used to visualize responses to disease outbreaks and illustrates why public and individual efforts to contain the spread of the virus are crucial. It's all about speed, and that means you are crucial to the fight as well. Wash your hands. If you don't have to be into large groups, don't go into large groups. Every person that does these sorts of things helps out in the long run. When they say it's all about speed, there's no more expeditious way to help stop the spread of the virus than stopping it with each individual you helping you in on it. We have already read that tweet. While the virus can't be stopped in its tracks, it can be slowed down. Stopping it from spreading quickly will help ensure that healthcare systems can cope with the strain of the outbreak. Italy right now is overloaded. They've had too many too quickly. We want to slow it down so that way they can keep up, that way they can get up with the science on it. There's already a lot of really good science coming out on it. We have already figured out how it attaches to the cells. That's a great step. So the longer we spread it out, the better medication we will have here. And it sounds like somebody is being murdered outside my door. Well, if there's blood, I'll go out there with the hose and wash it off later. But everyone gets sick at once. But if everyone gets sick at once, represented in the chart as the sharp uptick, then it's a problem. Italy right now is facing a problem so bad right now that doctors are crying and saying that they have to choose who lives and who dies. And we don't want that to happen anywhere. We don't want that to happen anywhere. And the way we do it is you. You help. You help just by being sanitary. Men. Statistically, men are less likely to wash their hands. Men are more likely to both get the flu and COVID-19. So men especially, please, wash your hands. Splitting the chart is a line, the finite capacity of healthcare system. Above that line, it becomes far more challenging to treat both coronavirus patients as well as people sick with any other illness or disease or any kind of anything. And that's that line right there. If we go past that line here, well then everybody, domino effect, everybody down the line, no matter what it is, broken leg, everything gets affected. That leads to a need to flatten the curve or slow the infection rate, leaving healthcare systems better placed to treat people and save lives. And you are so important. You see, I always tell you guys you are valuable. You are so valuable. You are important, and you can use your brain. That's why YouTube pisses me off so much when they hit videos like this, because I guarantee you this video is absolutely going to be hit. It's going to be put so that way less people can find it. It won't be searchable, simply because of the subject matter, and I talk to you like adults, because in my brain, you are adults. All you need is the information and perhaps some dissenting opinions, and you can make up your own damn mind. And the idea is that my ideas are good enough that you share them with other people, and we bust through some crazy echo chambers and bubbles and expose people to the world. The sky is not falling. This is where containment strategies such as banning large gatherings and encouraging people to limit their exposure to others come into play, and why individual efforts to stop the spread of the virus are crucial. In my area, we have just had our first 3 cases here in New Mexico. I'll probably end up doing a video on it later. It depends on how much of my channel I want to risk today. But yeah, we have 3 cases here, and so ever since those 3 cases came out, we've seen people doing the, you know, the chicken shake, basically, elbow shake. It's a somewhat counterintuitive. In other words, by flattening the curve, countries that already can't stop the virus can at least slow its spread, so that the healthcare system can adequately take care of people. It's a somewhat counterintuitive notion that a longer outbreak can be easier to handle. Well, but of course it is. Imagine you're doing any job whatsoever. Let's imagine you're boxing chocolates, and you have this conveyor belt and an empty box of chocolates, and your job is to take the chocolate and put it into each individual representative little section so that way they're in the proper section. Well, you can do that as long as it's going slow and it's spread out over a long time, and in a day you got to do 100. But imagine if they slammed you with 100 all at once. Well, now you're going to make mistakes. Things are going to get really hectic, and you're going to have a leave it to or a I Love Lucy moment. For those of you who have seen the I Love Lucy episode, you know what I'm talking about. If you think it's from the virus if you think of it from the virus perspective, it would like to spread quickly and as to as many people as possible. So it wants a rapid outbreak, said Jody Dion Odom, an assistant professor of medicine in the Division of Infectious Disease at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Woohoo! The reason to flatten the curve is really to give us time to respond to a rapidly worsening outbreak. That difference is crucial, and yes, it is. It gives them time to handle the cases. You get 100 cases all at once, and you're going to get slammed. You get 100 cases spread out over a period of time, and you can handle them. You can get them through. You can process them through, in and out. And then the idea is that it also gives the science time to catch up before it gets too bad. If everybody gets sick at once, and the science hasn't caught up, and the science doesn't know dick squat about anything, well, you know, then that's a problem. So flatten the curve. It's all about us. The rest of this really is a whole lot of back scratching and fluff saying yeah we're good. I'm not going to bore you with that because your time is absolutely valuable. You guys are smart. You get the gist of it. That's why I like to keep my videos short, because you guys are so smart. I don't have to beat a dead horse. I just have to beat a dead horse to get through some echo chambers and get through YouTube's head. Speaking of getting through YouTube, you can help out with a comment, a like, a share, a subscribe. Anything helps out. I love you guys, and yeah, let's flatten the curve. Wash your damn hands. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.